What's happening, people? With Liverpool Prophet here. We're back with another video. It's been a while, but we are back. The Premier League is back. Liverpool are back. Let's get into it. So, the first game of the season, Liverpool, Ipswich Town. Liverpool come out 2-0 winners. Yep, 2-0 win for Liverpool. Arne kicks off his reign as Liverpool manager with a win. Wasn't pretty, wasn't the best, but we got the job done. The most important thing. Let me get into the game. Right. So we started the game. I'll be honest, the game was it wasn't great. We didn't start well. I expected Ipswich to go into the game a bit more defensive, a bit more. They'd sit in and let Liverpool have the ball. They didn't do that, obviously. They actually tried to play a bit of football. They were getting on the ball, they were playing it around at the back, and they were creating some good chances. And I thought Liverpool were pretty poor. If I'm being honest, we were really poor. We were struggling to keep hold of the ball. We were struggling to really create anything, and it just looked it didn't look great. That was the first half anyway. It was just, I thought Ipswich played really well in the first half, to be fair. The second half came along, and it was kind of more the same again. We were struggling on the ball. Ipswich were pressing higher. They were getting further up the pitch. But then we scored the first goal, which I thought I suspected would happen. Jota scores a good goal, to be fair. Jota, my guy, most clinical attacker. He needs to start 100%. He needs to start all the games. And then a couple minutes later, Salah bags again, 2-0, Mo Salah, and that was the game done. Then I expected Liverpool to maybe control the game a bit more, keep the ball, but again, Ipswich were still giving it a go. They were still giving it a go. They were still trying to play football. They were still trying to play. And again, I was disappointed really with how Liverpool controlled the game. I didn't think we controlled it brilliantly. Until the last maybe 8 minutes when we started to dictate, keep the ball, we tire Ipswich out. I thought the way we controlled the game was pretty poor. On the clock, we would have just kept the ball. Last 10 minutes, keep possession, just kill the clock. However, we were just we kind of just allowed Ipswich to keep playing, which I didn't agree with personally. But some of the key players that I thought played really well today, Gravenberch. For me, Gravenberch was man of the match today. He was absolutely everywhere, exceptional, and I'd look out for Gravenberch this season. I think on the slot, I think he's gonna really, really have a big season. Obviously, last season under Klopp, he wasn't really given a chance to. Curtis Jones was preferred, but this year I think Slot is gonna really unlock Gravenberch. I think he'll get the best out of him. He was everywhere, man. Brilliant. Just controlling the midfield brilliantly. Playing the ball around, pinging it about. Man of the match, man. Brilliant. He's gonna have a breakthrough season. However, you can still see blatantly that we need a DM. There's still a blatant area in the squad that we can see today. Ipswich are playing through the midfield too easily. We need that DM. We need a DM, that destroyer, that number 6. Whoever that's going to be, we need to get it soon because the window is going to be shutting soon. But we need a DM desperately. Because I think if we had a proper DM today in the midfield, you would have seen us have a lot more of the ball. Ipswich wouldn't have played as much as they did. They wouldn't have. They'd struggled to get out their own half a bit more. And the DM would have just controlled the game, man. We would have had a bit more control in the game, which we didn't have. So I think a DM is still lacking in this squad. Other than that, who else? Trent played well. I think Trent looked really good today. The usual pinging balls around, crosses into the box. Diaz, Lucho looked bright, but again, he can't finish, man. He struggles to finish chances. Gets into some promising positions, but that final stage of play before he scores, he just can't seem to get it at the moment. if Diaz can start scoring some goals and be more clinical in front of goal, I think we've got a really top player there in the making. He has the making to become a top footballer. Salah, I'm gonna be honest. Other than the goal, Mo didn't really do a lot. To be fair, he didn't do much. He was around. He had a couple of chances. You know, he was floating in and around, but I don't think he did much other than score the goal. Other than score, but you know, it's alright, man. You know, Salah's getting on. This is kind of gonna be the new Salah now. He ain't gonna do much but score, but as long as he keeps scoring, that's the main thing. What else, man? Changes, substitutes. Now, I love how Slot noticed early on that, you know, we were struggling to impact the game, and he brings on substitutes. I think by the 20th minute, we'd already brought 4 players on, 4 subs. If that was Klopp, we wouldn't have brought a player on until the last 10 minutes. So I like how Slot recognised how we were struggling, and he made the changes early, whereas Klopp wouldn't have done that. That's a good thing from Slot. That's a good thing. I'm glad that he noticed that. Overall, my takes on the game, I think it wasn't brilliant. It wasn't a brilliant performance from Liverpool, but we got the job done. I think the football needs to improve. We need a lot more control on the ball, a lot more, you know, to recognise when we need to slow the game down and keep the ball. I think some of the one-touch football Liverpool played today was brilliant. Just one touch from Alisson, Van Dijk, midfield Gravenberch, up to Diaz. Brilliant, man, getting in on goal. But I'd like us to be a bit more controlled with the ball as well. Obviously, that's something that's going to come with time. Slot's, he's still new, he's still working on it. But there are some promising signs in the way we are playing now. Yeah, you know, decent. Next game, we've got Brentford at home. We do need improvements because Brentford, that's going to be another difficult game. And then we've got United away week 3, which we know United's never going to be an easy game going up to Old Trafford. But I liked a lot the way we played today. Wasn't brilliant, but we got the job done. There's room for improvements, obviously, but for now, Liverpool at the top of the league. For now, 2-0 win. We start the season off with a win. Arne Slot gets his first win as Liverpool manager, and he becomes the first manager to ever, the first ever Liverpool manager to win his first ever game in charge, which is good. Yeah, good start, man. Brilliant start. Not brilliant start. Okay start. Room for improvement, but we'll take it, man. We start the season off with a win. We'll see where it goes. That's all for the match reaction. Stay tuned. Content is going to be back now. Premier League's back. There'll be more Liverpool content coming out. So stay tuned and peace out. I will see you guys soon.